Election exit polls showed record voter turnout for ages 50 and older. And now poised to harness that voting bloc is AARP, an association with more than 38 million members. Joining me now is the new CEO of AARP, Dr. Myechia Minter-Jordan. Thanks so much for being here, Dr. Minter-Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
You know, President-elect Trump has promised not to cut one penny from Social Security, and that is a big issue for your members. Do you think that's a promise that can be kept?
You know, one of the things that we know is important to our members is Social Security. We also know that Medicare is incredibly important. And more recently, we've been very much focused on family caregiving. So those are the things that are top of mind for us at AARP. And our goal is to hold our elected officials accountable for the promises that they make regarding those programs.
Well, it's interesting, you know, that you don't want to cut a penny from Social Security, but how are you going to fund it, particularly when there's growing concern about the trust fund for retiree benefits running out in 2033, or at least being cut significantly. President-elect Trump also wants to end taxation of Social Security benefits. That might be helpful to retirees' bottom line, but again, how will that revenue issue be addressed? Do you think that this is actually feasible?
Our goal at AARP is to work with our elected officials to understand the different components of what they propose to ensure that they are solutions that are most viable for our members, that are beneficial to our members, understanding that these are earned benefits that our members have earned throughout their lifetimes. And so we want to ensure that we're protecting Medicare, we're protecting Social Security, and we want to make sure that that's done in a fiscally responsible way. And we'll work with the administration to ensure that that happens.
What is the number one goal in terms of making sure that that's achieved so that you can protect Social Security and Medicare? What do you think needs to be done?
Well, we want to make sure that we're bringing the voices of our members to the table. We want to make sure that the legislators who represent our members understand their concerns. They understand that many people cannot afford retirement at this stage. We know that over 50% of people within this country who are over the age of 50 are unclear as to whether or not they can afford retirement. We understand that this is a significant issue for family caregivers. We know that family caregivers are spending over $7,200 out of their pockets to care for their loved ones. And so we want to make sure that that data is understood by our legislators and that we continue to drive progress forward in terms of protecting these benefits, ensuring that the Family Caregiving Act moves forward in particular, understanding that that is something that our members have raised as a top concern of theirs.
Thank you so much, Dr. Myechia Minter-Jordan. Thank you very much for joining us and for now leading AARP.
Thank you for having me.